Moonshine is it's been a strong tradition in these southern Appalachians since the first settlers moved in them hills. For many, it was their prime source of income. The art of distilling it was brought over by the Scotch Irish. Most of them, they couldn't sell a bushel of taters or an ear of corn for that matter. But they could turn that corn into a jug of whiskey, and they could sell that whiskey. And that might be the difference in their young'un having a pair of shoes to wear, or just the bare necessities that they needed to live the substance life that they lived. And they would protect their steel at all cost. They'd have warnings, and they'd be signs to not go around it. That was their livelihood, and the big chiefs and the government there, they was bound to come cracking down on them, so they would fight, because that was money to them. That was living. So they didn't want to be criminals, but that's the only choice they had was to, they could. They said in the mid 1800s, a bushel of corn, you could get just as much money out of a gallon of liquor. So at an economical standpoint, it was cheaper to make liquor. It was more profitable. And I guess the risk versus reward to them was necessary. It's just a matter of life, and a lot of them died fighting for it, and a lot of them died fighting against it. But like this old tree here, moonshine, I believe will stand the test of time. It'll see seasons come and go when the rest of us just went on, but I think moonshine will remain an important part of Appalachian history. And these old mountains, if they could tell stories about it, they sure could tell some good ones, I'm sure. These mountains and these fields right here sometimes didn't bring in the income that they could with liquor to take care of their families. During the Civil War, they most of you mountain men fought for the Union, and when they returned, they was considered traitors. Their land was considered worthless for tax purposes, so they turned to liquor. They couldn't get any help for education for their kids. They wasn't no access to education. Roads getting in and out to these towns and stuff, that was just it was just an out deal. So they just stayed secluded, and they made liquor, and they made it. They made a living. And the stereotypes that come with that is false. So they just didn't have no choice. They done what they had to do to make it. And I'm sure a lot of them was ashamed and was made to feel ashamed. But I'm sure if me and you was faced with the same situations, we would do the same thing. Till next time, y'all stay warm.